And one.
Shibuda.
Hello, and welcome to Kickin In
Shibuda.
What? You say it, not me. I don't. That's your thing.
Shibuda.
Okay. Well, you said it, but like when I'm, I gotta say it.
All right,
not
let's
doing
go.
My
Let's
intro.
roll. Let's
oh
roll.
my goodness. Okay, I gotta do this all over again. In 3, in 2, in 1. Hello.
Shibuda.
You did say that.
We did.
All right, let's roll.
Hello, and welcome to Kickin In Crocs, the podcast. We talk about martial arts stuff, geeky stuff, and all sorts of stuff. And Dave says Shibuda. My name is
Shibuda.
Steve, one half of Kickin In Crocs.
Shibuda Dave. The other half of Kickin In Crocs.
Non-Shibuda Nick? Whatever you want it to be.
Actually
The
flows
shadow.
Really well.
The shadow portion of Kickin' In
Actually
Crocs.
flows really well.
The
Not
underbelly of Kickin' In Crocs.
No,
yeah.
don't go that far.
The
Shibuda.
seedy underbelly.
I'm the Gotham of the
peasants
universe.
level.
I'm the Gotham.
So we had already started talk before we started casting.
We did, unfortunately. We did. So we could even just jump right into the conversation.
And that really grinds my gears.
Oh,
there you
grinds
go.
my gears.
There you go. But what we were talking about is how fandoms like Marvel, Star Wars, and even some video games have their continuity has grown so much. Like it's become so spread out across a bunch of different TV shows and a bunch of different movies and a bunch of different comic books and other books and regular books and stuff like that. So
Right.
it's become almost like a chore to try to keep up on.
Well, you
on
need,
things.
I mean, you basically need to write a college dissertation to go see the movie. Like, I just don't like the idea that, like, and I'm a giant nerd. I appreciate what they're trying to do, but I don't like the idea of, like, to see this movie, I've had to have watched 2 seasons of this TV show, 1 season of that TV show. Well, like,
read this
I
comic.
shouldn't have to do that much work to see the movie.
And there's definitely an audience. There's definitely an audience that agrees with you, right? Even from a video game perspective, that new Jedi game. What is it?
Yeah.
Right.
Jedi. It was the first one was
Survivor,
Jedi Fallen Order
Yeah.
was the first one.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't finish playing that. It was really
Oh
good.
no,
though.
I did, and it's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
But
And the next one is Jedi
it's a
Survivor.
standalone game, so it's right up your alley. It's not
Right.
like
Yeah.
online and 90% back. You could just get into the
See,
game
no,
and enjoy it.
Now, I play MMORPGs and things like that, and that doesn't bother me. But what bothers me is, like, the way everything's got to be cross mediums, right? So you have to play this video game ties into this. So to understand the full story, you have to do 12 different things, which is a little bit frustrating
It's a bit
as
much.
you get older. Like, it's great if you don't have responsibilities in your life, and I'm not saying that people don't, but like, if you're your wide variety of interests, it's hard to focus on just one. And like, I miss the days. So we were talking about with Marvel, because Marvel does that a lot, right? Where you
Marvel is starting to do that. Yeah.
But like what I was saying before we jumped into the podcast was, I had that problem with video games where a story's never done. You got to get this DLC, you got to get that DLC, you got to get. I miss the days of like playing a game, beginning, middle, end. Here's the ending of the game. Like, I like having conclusions to my stories.
Right.
That's how I am.
And Jedi Fallen Order was a throwback to that, right? Like, you're going to play this game, and it's a standalone game. Where if you look at a lot of the other games, and even with online play, we joke, what's one of my favorite multiplayer games that we play on the Switch that I want all of us to play? The 6-player game.
Oh, yeah.
Boomerang Fu.
Boomerang Fu.
I love it because it's purposely not cross-platform or online where you get a million
Right.
people playing. It
Not a
just
story-driven
forces
game.
you. No, it forces you to get together and just play the
Well,
game.
because I grew up playing JRPGs, or Japanese role-playing games.
Okay.
And they're very story-heavy games, but they have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And there's something about that I like, hitting the conclusion or the crescendo of the story, like Uncharted, one of my
Uncharted
favorite games.
series,
Not
yeah.
the movie,
No.
but the series. And the series, even though it was 4 games, even if you played Nadine's offshoot, whatever, it told a very complete story where it had a conclusion.
By the
And they've
way,
been true about not going back on their word
the
that
script
this
of
was
the
the
movie
conclusion.
was rough. Like, I understand they got
Everything
Tom
about that movie was wrong.
Oh my god! As good as Tom Holland has been in his more recent films with Spider-Man and whatever it may be, he wasn't the right. It wasn't his fault. He just wasn't the right pick. For
he
the
just
movie.
was not the right. The casting was wrong,
really wrong.
especially if you're a fan
You
of
needed
the
a
game.
grittier guy, like, because in the game it's a grittier. Like, he's got the beard and he's a
Yeah.
little bit older. and it
And,
just
and,
I don't
and
know.
don't get me wrong, I'm going to watch all the Marvel shows, and I'm going to be able to watch.
yeah,
all the,
you guys don't get
I
us
will
wrong.
do it.
We are literally some of the biggest Marvel, Star Wars,
Oh
and
yeah, love them
video
all.
game fans here. Like I'm literally wearing a Marvel shirt right now.
I love it. I love it all,
I
and I
literally
love
do.
the shows.
Yeah.
I do. I'm just saying it's a lot of work.
Well, the last 3, I have to watch Agent Carter. I missed that entire series.
Honestly,
no, no,
it's
no,
not
that's- that-
necessary.
no,
Oh,
no,
it's a
no.
standalone.
That-
Okay.
That it fills in some gaps,
I-
but it's not
I
necessary.
couldn't.
Not
I
necessary.
couldn't finish She-Hulk and Miss Marvel. I've got it. I'm gonna try to finish them.
I'm going to as well.
They were a real slow burn.
The
for me.
problem was I can do it, but the problem becomes like my wife, right?
It's all your fault,
the
Kelsey.
anti-
let's
the anti-crop
reapproach
person.
this.
Let's
conversation.
reapproach the
so the no,
angle
but the
here.
That
problem
was a
is
poor entry. Continue.
the problem is people like her is, people like her.
I was gonna just. I
No.
let you. Say,
It's like we just rephrased it, made
I'm
it
like,
kind of
he's
worse.
just-
No, but like she's a Marvel fan,
All
right?
right.
She's a Marvel fan. She likes the Marvel movies.
Yep.
But she does not want to sit and watch
The
all
series.
the shows. I got her to watch begrudgingly the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I really like that. Series.
Which I
That
liked
was a
a
good
lot.
one too. Yeah,
I liked a lot too. But to
not
get
the
her
best, but also definitely not the worst.
to get her to
that
sit
was
and
good.
watch is very hard. She wouldn't watch WandaVision with me. Because she couldn't make it through the first 2 episodes, which
But you
admittedly
have
was
to
a
show.
trick.
I enjoyed WandaVision
I liked
better. I
WandaVision.
actually watched it twice. I watched it on my own
Me
because
too.
it was a creepier.
Yeah, yeah.
Before the then I watched it with the kids, and it was really
I
a
enjoyed
lot more fun
WandaVision.
the second time through.
But like, she's not like my wife will not sit and watch everything. She just won't do it. I mean, she's very selective in what she watches in the first place, and then just finding the time to watch
a lot.
all the
I-
shows is tough.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up my younger siblings on all the Marvel stuff. Our goal is to have them be caught up before the next Avengers movie comes out in 2025.
Right.
So we are on Moon Knight. I think right now is where
Got it.
we just got to Moon Knight, and I never realized how daunting of a task that this was going to be.
Oh yeah.
Purely because there's so much that they need to watch, and Marvel's still going on, so stuff
Oh,
is still
yeah.
coming out, and so there's so much they need to get caught up on, and it's not like we can sit down every single night and watch.
Well, and that's
You know
where
what I
it
mean?
becomes a
scheduling
problem.
is a real big issue because on nights that I get home early, well, now my younger brother has to go to work,
Right.
and then my little sister has the play. Going
And
on
that's
until 9 a.m.
and that's the
It's
trick
tough.
of it is like it just becomes tricky to keep up with everything. But I mean, if you're a nerd, you know Stranger things like that. Like that's
Yeah.
like comic books never end.
Yeah.
Like
That's
they
so true.
never end. They just keep going.
And I think one of the challenges too with some of the newer stuff coming out on all angles, and why some of these guys stick to their core folks so much, is because you have to almost research, like Moon Knight, which is a good series. It was a
Very
solid
obscure
series.
character.
You have to really I didn't know much about Moon Knight at all.
See, I knew
So
I knew about.
I
it.
knew
I
of
knew a
him,
little
but I
bit.
didn't know a lot. So
I
I,
knew a little bit.
actually, for me wanting to enjoy it, I actually went back and read
Right,
some of
but
it.
the character in the series Moon Knight was just a touch different from like the comic
Yeah.
book version.
A little different. Yeah, they changed it a little bit.
Still solid though.
Yeah, like no spoilers or anything, but
No.
there was a character. He was a side character that was inserted into the Moon Knight series. That
It's in my
only
gibbet.
yes. What was your gibbet?
It was just
Oh, it was
It's
moved.
fiction.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, now that Dave has
sometimes they
fixed,
move.
now that Dave has fixed his gibbet, what was it saying? Oh, this side
Yeah,
character,
side character.
from Moon Knight. This side character in the comics is one of Moon Knight's arch nemesis,
Yeah.
and he only lasted one episode.
Oh.
And I was like, well, that's kind of disappointing if you know who that character is.
Yeah.
If you're not a diehard
Yeah.
Marvel
I'm-
fan where you hadn't read that comic and you didn't know who that character was, it would have
I'm
really would have made
curious
no
to
difference.
see the DC universe get itself built up, but then it becomes like, oh my god, now I got to keep up with DC.
yeah,
Now I got to keep because I
It's
love.
like, what
I
are we gonna
like.
do now?
I like the DC characters aside from like Spider-Man being my favorite in Marvel. Like DC growing up always to me had the better characters because I watched a lot of the cartoons.
Yes, we talked about that last
Yeah.
podcast.
So it's like, but I always read the Spider-Man comic books. Like I have a Spider-Man comic book collection, like you wouldn't believe.
Spider-Man was the first comic books I read.
Yeah, I have all the Ultimate series that introduced
I have
Miles
the
Morales.
old school comics.
I have
for
the
me.
old ones too. I have the entire Clone Saga. I have but yeah.
And for me, it was Iron Man and Colossus. I don't know if
Really?
metal was a thing, but
Yeah.
I did like Iron Man a
Yeah,
lot.
thing for like steel
Yeah, I did.
people.
I did.
Okay.
I liked Iron Man, but with his series with the against the dragons, against
Fin
Fang
Fang
Foom.
yeah, and they ruined that because they ruined the third.
Oh, the 10 rings.
Well,
Yeah, the 10 rings. Yeah.
and I
They
honestly
ruined it.
thought Fin Fang Foom was gonna come in Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. I thought that was the dragon.
I thought that was gonna be
But
Fin Fang
no,
Foom.
it's the Great Protector.
It made sense
It's
for it to
weird.
be Bing
Fin
Fang
Fang
Foom.
Foom. But he's supposed to come from space, though, not under a
Yeah,
lake.
and it's weird not
Yeah, but he
having.
could have already. It was a magical universe. There
That's
But
wasn't-
true.
it's
you know
weird
what I
not
mean?
having like because you had a complete. I felt like Marvel got a little lost when they had to okay, well, Tony Stark's gone. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Steve Rogers isn't there. And these are things that happened in the comics at points.
They moved
But,
on from the characters, and the thing is, because they moved on from those characters, those stories came to a close, and those were the stories that were the driving force.
Right.
And I feel like what is it, Kang?
Kang the Conqueror.
I feel like he's being forced in through the Loki series, where if they had the Mandarin, if they had done it correctly,
Yeah.
he could have been
But
a
Kang-
monster villain.
But Kang the Conqueror is a monster villain.
No, I
in
know,
the-
but I
He
feel
is
they
in the
thrusted
comics.
him in though.
They did
But-
kind of.
but again,
the way
though-
they kind of shoehorned him in was a little strange.
Yeah.
But it's weird because in every large event in comic book world,
Mm.
Steve Rogers, Tony Stark,
Yep.
Bruce Banner,
Yep.
Reed Richards.
Mr. Fantastic.
Reed
Yeah,
Richards.
yeah.
These guys are involved in every major,
Yeah,
This
the
Fantastic
Illuminati.
Four is going to be coming
Right.
out soon.
but they're not how do you not have Tony Stark involved in a major thing in a Marvel universe?
It's
Anywhere.
different from the comics.
Oh, I know
yeah,
it's different from the comics.
unfortunately.
It's tough.
These characters are tough to, and I know there's so many different versions of the Avengers, but these
Well, they're
these
shooting for the
clients,
young
whatever
Avengers.
it
They're
is,
shooting for
they're tougher to follow. Even the
Yeah.
young Avengers just don't have the same following. That's the problem.
No, it's
well,
true.
no. I mean, that's like DC sidelining Batman and going, okay, we're done with Batman. Let's move on from Batman, which
Yeah.
was brought up.
They
trying to do,
thought
but-
about it, but James Gunn said, "Nah, we need Batman."
Well, yeah. It's like,
They need to eventually get it right too, though, because folks are
we're losing an old man now.
sorry.
He's fading.
I don't have my tea.
He's fading.
Folks are getting to the point where it's like, how many of these movies am I going to watch until they get it right? Even though they've gotten some aspects of Batman and Superman right, they have not figured out the recipe yet.
No.
Smallville did.
The last Batman, we disagree on that entirely, but it's okay.
Snuck that one in quick.
Battinson
Yeah.
did a good job.
I thought it was a good one.
I
It was a
didn't
good
see
job
I
with-
haven't seen the new Batman yet.
Haven't
it's
yet?
well worth your time.
Everyone go in the comments right now. Tell Nick to watch the
Oh, it's
Robert
well
Pattinson
worth your
Batman
time.
And
movie.
why? I don't care about the spoilers. I'll watch it anyway.
No, it's well worth your time.
No. Don't spoil
It's
anything
well
for
worth
him. But
your time.
definitely,
Spoil
even
it.
if you haven't seen it, just go in the comments and say, "Hey, Nick, watch Robert Pattinson, the Matt Reeves Batman movie."
Yeah, no, it was good. I enjoyed that one a lot. For a Batman movie, I thought it was one of the
Oh no, it
best.
was good. If you're looking for like a year one Batman year one type
Yeah.
deal, he's a very fresh
Yeah,
Batman.
it was like year two.
Yeah,
like
it
a
was
second
very,
year's
very
Batman.
fresh
It was
Batman.
good.
Okay.
So don't expect him to be
Effective.
no,
No,
He's
he's
very
just-
effective. Just don't expect it to be as polished yet.
Yeah.
He's still finding his way as
I'm
like this
okay with
Batman
mess
thing.
ups. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
okay
but
with it.
it's really, but you see, the thing is, they incorporate that into the movie.
Yeah.
Like part of the movie is him kind of discovering how Batman is going to work in the city.
It's an
and
origin
stuff like
story.
that.
Not
Yeah.
an origin, but like a
It's like the
semi-origin.
second step. Yeah, it's like the
Yeah,
second
it's
step
it's
to the
it's,
origin
literally year two of him as Batman.
Yeah.
story. Mhm.
It's they say right in the movie it's year
And
two.
did you watch the Gotham series?
Eh,
I saw
I
the
started
first,
it.
I
Yeah,
started
couple
it,
episodes
and I
I
said,
stopped.
I can't.
No.
This,
You know what's really good is the Superman, Superman and Lois.
Superman and
That's
Lois.
really good.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time trying to stay with it. I don't know what
I
it is.
fell
I just
off.
feel like it's.
I fell off
yeah,
it.
me too.
It's
No, I've been
mostly
watching it.
because
Like
you want to
the
know why?
Suns
The
are
recasting
okay.
of the Suns.
They
They
What?
recast the one Sun.
Yes,
I
they
didn't
did.
know that.
That's so.
Was it the
season
non-superpowered son?
So season 1 and season 2 were amazing. And
Wait,
I
was
really,
it
really liked
John
them.
or was it Jordan?
It was Jonathan Kent.
Really? I mean, either which way, whichever one you
That's
said, I
the
still would have
That was
guessed,
a
but-
non-superpowered son.
Yeah,
right?
that was.
Yeah, right,
yeah.
right. Well, the actor had like mental health issues,
Oh.
so he needed to step away. it was his choice. It wasn't like the show.
Oh.
Yeah.
The actor chose to step away.
Oh, well, I
He
hope
had
he
the wherewithal to
gets
do that.
help.
So they recast it, but it literally, like, because I love the first 2 seasons. I'm watching the 3rd season. It's good, but like it takes me out of it a little bit
Because you're not used to it.
like
right?
every time he's
Yeah.
on the screen, I'm like,
You're not the same
J-
guy. You're not the
you're
same
not.
guy.
But it bothers me.
I really
I
think-
wish it didn't.
Honestly,
I really wish it didn't, but it
yeah.
does.
I guess maybe they already had season 3 written. I guess they
Yeah.
already had it written out, right? Because in my opinion, what they should have done is they should have found a way to like
Wait
write
till
off,
he's-
or either
write
wait
him off.
Well,
or write it off for a little while. Like, hey, Jonathan went to this
They
vacation.
wrote off Gina
thing.
Carrera's character in Mandalorian.
But
pretty
he's,
comfortably.
let me tell you though, the guy,
Well-
Tyler Hutch, whatever his name is, Hutchin, whatever, the guy that plays Superman, he's the best Superman, like hands down.
He's very good.
He's
It's a very. good
he's
Superman.
exactly what I want for Superman.
No, it's
Cast
true.
him,
It's
cast
true.
him in the movie.
Not better than the character from Smallville, but that's fine.
Way better than
Tom
Smallville.
Welling.
Not even
Way
close.
better.
Not even.
You are the
I
only
would
person I've
not
ever heard say
mind.
that.
Then
I
you have
would
to
not
listen
mind
to
seeing
Watch
Tom
Ask more
Welling.
people.
Get on the
No,
internet, baby.
I would
I
want.
will.
I would want Tom Welling to actually have a Superman where he, like a movie where he is.
He's
Superman the
older
entire
now. is
Time.
The problem.
Unfortunately, now, yeah, I would have liked to
Oh, no,
for them
I
to
tripped.
follow up Smallville.
Wipe it.
Oh no, Dave just spilled his tea.
Well,
on the
see,
carpet.
what I like about this version of Superman,
He
if
just
you watch
glosses over
it, if you watch it, he plays both Clark and Superman perfectly, and in a way that's not
Yeah.
been done before.
Yeah.
He's hopeful. He's got that Boy Scout without being a boy.
He's got that Kansas
I
it's-
saw
farm
him threaten
boy
a guy in a bar.
vibe.
In a bar who punched his son or something like that.
Yeah, like that was like this season.
A good.
That was like
reaction.
last week.
No, I only saw like YouTube clip. That's why I didn't see the whole episode.
well,
no, it was
you know,
done
it's-
excellently.
He's a father now.
Yeah,
You know.
no,
what I
I
mean?
like that scene. I said,
Yeah.
It was done excellently. I mean, you also saw Christopher Reeves do that in Superman 2.
and I love that there too.
Superman still
Christopher
has
Reeves
emotions, you know, and like
was-
people forget that. Like
But that's where I liked. That's where I like Smallville because
it
it
delves
was the
into that
first
a
time
little
where
bit,
they
right?
really spent time taking it apart.
Mm.
Anyways.
this one's okay.
Nah, I
Anyways.
found Smallville to be.
Steve.
He was whiny.
Moving
and
on from you
not
guys'
well done. Agree to disagree. Smallville's terrible.
Yes, Smallville's the best.
Smallville's like
Moving on.
Lois and
Smallville's
Clark.
like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but with
Still trying to
superpowers.
move on.
You mean even better? I got and Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
It was
move
the
on.
monster of the week. Here we go. He's the
Eventually.
monster of the week.
and Buffy
We're
the
gonna move on
Vampire
eventually.
Slayer
We
was
will
a
move on.
classic.
We will move on.
Forgetting that, please.
Classic. Has he ever seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Me, no, I haven't
Or
bothered.
did you see the offshoot Angel? I liked the offshoot Angel from
Angel
Buffy
was
the-
good
really
until it got weird.
I know, but it still ended okay.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right. It
The
did get really
concept
weird.
was brilliant
Yes.
for Angel, a vampire that gets the soul back.
Yeah, it was cool.
Interesting. So they're not really a true vampire then.
No, he's a vampire, but
But he has a conscience, basically.
I forget exactly. He
It's kind of like the
killed like a
vampires from,
witch
like,
or,
what?
or he killed somebody
It was part of like a curse, wasn't it?
and they cursed him.
Yeah.
So the curse. So he was like a very powerful vampire,
Yes.
and then the curse was getting his soul back. So whoever cast the curse on him cursed him with getting his soul back. So once he got his soul back, he realized all the
Bad
Things he
things
was
he
doing.
bad things he
Yeah.
did,
Yeah.
and the fact that he still has to,
Deal with it.
And they had a good supporting cast, like
Yeah.
Spike and
It was good.
Fred. All the characters
It was
they
good.
had were good.
It's
yeah.
definitely one on the list. I mean, again, Buffy got weird, Angel got weird towards the end, but
Yes.
you know,
Buffy definitely struggled towards the end, but
Most
that was
shows that go on
that
for
was
too
what's his
long
face?
struggle towards the end.
Oh,
he was in the police show too for a little while.
no, but I mean the guy that wrote
Bones,
it was
isn't
Joss Whedon.
yeah, Joss Whedon.
That
yeah.
was Joss Whedon's
Yeah.
show.
And he did a good job in Bones too. They say the actor anyway.
Yeah, but
Bones.
that's a David Boreanaz.
Oh, okay.
Know
Nice.
that because he shares my name. Dave.
Cool.
Excellent. I know these are shows that you
There you
haven't really
No.
watched.
These are
But they're
like
you should watch them. They're a good cult following.
if you're
shows.
our age, then
Mature,
you've seen him. If not,
It's okay. It's all good.
yeah, we can go back into. So if you ever watch Teletubbies,
so going backwards, as Steve mentioned, he has trouble. He has trouble
sleeping at night.
scheduling watching the Marvel shows with
No.
his brother,
Yeah.
and I believe
Younger
you have
sister as well. Don't forget my younger sister. Don't
But I
just say younger
believe you
brother.
have well, and the younger sister. But I believe you have a story of your younger brother.
What happened? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Because I did start telling you guys this.
That was a
and they were
very
like, no, wait for the podcast.
rough transition. But
No,
I
I thought
liked
it was a perfect transition until
was.
somebody was like, "Don't forget about my sister."
Well, you don't. You don't want to forget about my sister too, man. Come on.
Yes. You're not
Anyways.
forgotten.
Your sister from the same mister. Got it. Go.
Anyways. So, yeah, my younger brother had a bit of a car adventure a little while ago. So, he was driving, and apparently his car has this thing where it just likes to stall on him randomly if he's stopped at like a traffic light or something.
Alright.
Just like to stall on him. So
And this is your old car, correct?
this was my old car,
Sounds like a
which
shout out to me.
in
Set
Like,
up.
just
Sucker.
to say
It's a
this
great
here.
car. Here's the keys. Nothing's for free.
It is an old car. I will give it that. It's an old car. It's a cheap car, and there were things that I had to replace on it too when I was driving it.
Steering wheel.
No, not the
Oh.
steering wheel.
All the doors in the bed. Oh,
No, I had
The
to replace.
engine.
I had to replace the spark plugs. I had to replace the starter when I was driving it.
The driver. You
But
had to
now,
replace the driver.
yeah,
All the
I gotta
metal
get a whole
pieces
new
of the car.
driver. It's
I jumped out. My brother jumped in. I
Yep,
replaced the
it's
driver.
all
of
his
the car.
fault. Yep, it's all his fault.
drives
Everything that's
really
happening from now
nice.
on.
All right,
it's-
so
none
what
of it's on
happened?
me.
What happened? What
So he
happened
was driving
here?
at an intersection, and he was stopped at a traffic light, and basically what I mentioned before happened. He stalled out while he was stopped at the traffic light. So now light turns green, his car is stalled. He can't go anywhere. So apparently this has happened before too in the past. And my first thought is why are you still driving this car?
Well, he never brought it up.
No, I remember my dad mentioning it happened one time when they were both in the car. So my dad, obviously, he's pretty handy man, so he was able to get it going again and stuff like that. But yeah, apparently this has happened before. This time he was driving by himself though. So now he's sitting there like, what do I do? So he called me.
Fred
And-
Flintstone.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell him, but he wouldn't have gotten the joke. So I drove out to where he was. I parked in like a parking lot that was nearby, and I jogged out onto the street. While there was no traffic, I waited. I was very safe. Jogged out, got into the car, and I was like, okay, what is going on here? So we tried a couple of the tricks, shifted into neutral, right, to try to start it. Didn't
push it
work.
a little bit.
Yep, we tried a little bit. It didn't work. So I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to use the old-fashioned bang on something till it works. So I got out of the car, popped the hood, rapped on the starter a couple of times, and lo and behold, it started up. And then
As you said, was it out of gas?
it was
That
not.
would have made
it was
a
not.
great
No,
story. It was out of
It's
honestly,
E
gas.
for energy, right?
Yeah. Honestly, that was that was good. That was the first thing I checked when I got in the car, because that is totally something that
You
he
might
would do. Like,
I
it's
don't know
not
why
working.
It's not working.
I don't know why it's not working. I get in the car. Dude, it's out of gas.
F for fail.
Yeah.
E for energy.
E for energy.
Charged up.
No, that's totally is something that he would have done. But no, I banged on the starter a couple of times, and then whoop, it
Boom, there it
started right
went.
up. So I told him, you're driving this home. You're going to park it at home, and you're not going to drive it again.
But this
Until
is
this
the
thing is
perfect
fixed.
Get it
car,
looked at.
Steve. This is the perfect car for him to learn how to do maintenance.
Yeah.
The perfect
It
car.
taught me.
Yeah.
So I've had that experience where we ran out of gas. So one time, my mother driving me to karate when I was a kid, we turned onto the main road. We ran out of gas.
Same thing has happened to me a couple times when my
Okay.
dad was
So we walk. So my mom's like, okay, we have to walk to get gas. My
Yep.
dad's at work. My sister's wherever she was.
Yep. Same
So
exact scenario
we
for me as
walk
well.
straight ahead of where the car is. We walk like a mile and a half, 2 miles down the road, get gas.
Car explodes in the background.
We walk back. As walking back, it occurs to my mother and me, there's a gas station behind the car.
No.
Right behind
You just
the
didn't turn
car.
around. You didn't pay attention.
No.
And we knew this too because it's not far from where we live. Yeah, we're right there because karate was around the block
Oh
from
my
me.
God.
And
love it.
I was like, Mom, why don't we just go to this gas station? She starts cracking up laughing
Yeah, what else are you gonna do?
because she forgot it was there. So we walked all the way down to the gas station by the Pizza Hut, if you're familiar with Brick.
Yeah, I
where the
remember where it
Pizza Hut
was.
used to be.
You walked that far?
That's a hike.
And
yeah.
you know where
Oh
the
my
Exxon
God.
station is? Right
Behind.
Behind.
Yeah.
where the Boston Market is.
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
how far we walked. We walked all the way down to that Pizza Hut by that
That gas
7-Eleven.
station's not even there anymore.
Yeah.
That gas
But
station's
that's-
gone.
Yeah, but there was a gas station there, and my mom completely forgot it was there. And
Well,
yeah.
no, the Exxon is still there. I was talking about the
How
one
old
that was
were
next
you?
to Pizza
Oh,
Hut.
yeah, yeah.
How old are you?
11 maybe?
You couldn't have helped out. You could be like, hey, but
I didn't know. I didn't even think. We just started
In a
walking.
situation
So I
like
just
that,
started
you're not
walking.
thinking about doing anything other than just doing.
I mean, my sense of direction is miserable.
oh, is it?
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I know now, but
GPS.
Oh, I'd be lost.
You know what? I was really good for a while. GPS made me worse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, it definitely did. I mean, obviously, it made us all worse. Like, phone number is your phone.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah,
remember
yeah,
anyone's
yeah.
phone number anymore, really.
Right.
Absolutely.
But GPS definitely messed me up with directions.
My favorite car mishap was my dad's very good with cars. Like he could build a car from the ground up. So whenever somebody in the family has car trouble, they call my dad, right?
Yeah.
So like, and even things like I'm like, why do you know how to do that? Like hotwire a car or disable. One time my mom's car alarm was not working correctly, so it kept going off. My dad went in and cut the alarm, like he knew how to shut it off. And take care of it. I'm like,
Interesting.
But so
You kept
when
putting
my
it on the
grandmother was still
table,
alive,
son.
when my grandmother was still alive and she was allowed to drive. Okay. Her and my Aunt Joan would go out and do errands. And there's a lot of funny stories because they were two old ladies that used to go out and do things together all the time. They call my dad in a panic because they've locked the keys in the car. Like, you gotta come.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
lock the
open the
keys in the
door,
car. Because my dad's done it before. He knows how to put the clothes hanger in and pop the door, whatever has to go.
I used to know how to do that, yeah.
So they're in a panic because that's what they did. And this is like a month or two before we were like, dude, you guys can't drive anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
we're
good.
done. You give us the keys. So my dad pulls up.
Cut off.
It's a sad
My dad
time.
pulls
Sad
up,
time.
looks at the driver's side, sees the keys sitting in the chair. Okay. Walks to the other side of the car, reaches in the open window, unlocks the door, gets the keys, and they were dying laughing because the passenger window was wide open.
I
like,
thought you were going to say you
fully
just
down.
opened the door.
No, he just walked around, reached into the open window, and unlocked the
amazing.
door.
You, that,
I love it.
oh my
And then I think it was like a month later, we're like, I don't think we can let you guys drive yourselves.
Yeah, they were good.
It's like, this is a, yeah.
I just saw the video where the man was trying to get his keys out of the car. His daughter was in the driver's seat. Did you see that video?
No.
His daughter's in the driver's seat, so he's trying to use a hanger. She's very, very young. He's trying to use a hanger to get the keys. He drops the hanger. He picks up the hanger, gives him that back, but not
Instead of
the
the
keys.
keys.
And then he's looking at her like,
That is
What's funny is in all these
amazing.
modern cars, because they're all like the key fobs,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you can't lock the door if the key fob's inside.
Yeah.
Luca
He
was
just-
confused by that today because I had him start the car for me. And he's like,
Actually-
Dad, it wouldn't let me lock the door. I'm like, because
Yeah.
you have the keys in your hand, buddy.
Actually, I am able to lock
Well,
my
the
car with the key fob inside of it because I have the app that
Right,
can
but
unlock
you
it and
but you
unlock
can
it.
never lock yourself out of your car because you could use the app to open.
Oh,
the
yeah,
door.
because you can use the app to open
Yeah.
it back up. Yeah, exactly.
No, I
So,
actually,
no, you can't lock
Steve, you
yourself
have to
from the
check.
app.
I don't know if the driver's side will lock. I think that everything will lock but the driver's side.
I'll have
The
to
keys
double
in the
check that.
car.
I got one more Aunt Joan and grandma story
Do it.
for you involving a car.
Yes.
Okay.
So, the Costco or Price Club back in the day used to be
Ooh, Chrysler.
where the Home Depot is now.
Okay.
Okay, that moved.
I remember that used to go.
Right, so that had moved, and then the new Costco opened up where the Costco is in our town. So my grandmother and my Aunt Joan had been to the new Costco. They've bought things at the new Costco. They walked around the new Costco. They've been there many times with us. They sat outside the old Costco before it was a Home Depot, but it was just an empty
Closed.
warehouse, closed in an empty parking lot, staring at the building, wondering if it was a holiday or just not open yet or why it was closed. And they sat for an hour before they called my mom. Like, we think it's closed. They're like, where are you?
I'm at Costco. Where
they
are
sat
you?
in front of an empty warehouse for an hour
Wow.
thinking it's got to open
You know
soon.
what? Those are fun old people things. Like, I'm going to have a good time doing that one day, hopefully. Hopefully I get to
I
that
age
age where I can
hey,
do
Yeah,
that.
we're
my
going to get a bunch
grandmother-
of stories from
Whatever.
Luca and Izzy being like, so Dad did this
My grandmother was
again."
95.
Yeah, for the 40th time.
She was 95 when,
That's
when she
awesome.
went. So, I mean, there was some funny...
Yeah, but that's
there was
awesome.
some
though.
funny moments. Like, yeah, they sat outside an empty warehouse for an hour before they even thought, like, maybe it's not here anymore.
At least they were delightful, like in their 90s.
Oh, yeah. Well, how could you not be?
Very
yeah,
easily.
there are
some
some
people
that
who
are
just
not.
miserable all
Well,
the time.
you know what? They could always laugh, though. They always laughed about it afterwards.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely. There's always
Like,
things
oh,
to
I
laugh
can't
about
believe we sat
afterwards.
outside this warehouse for an hour.
That's funny. Well, again, what else are you gonna do? I mean, it's a funny, it's a funny situation. Even if we did it, accidentally, we'd be laughing at it.
Oh, yeah.
We'd totally be laughing at stuff like
Without a
that if we
doubt.
did that.
I think it's
Yeah.
great. What'd you get? That's new that you were gonna show us.
Oh, that's with the
Oh, you're
wonderful
talking about
segue.
my
the worst
transitions.
transition.
You're talking about my transitions.
No, I just because I just looked at.
You looked at my feet.
Yes, I was like, look at those,
They're
look at those
amazing
cool
feet.
Crocs you got on.
But yes,
And I
so
immediately thought
I
of,
do
oh, man,
have
we forgot
something here that is new. That is a gift actually from one named Master Dave. He got me a gift. So
I
apparently,
mean, it's sort of a gift.
it's sort of a gift.
It has a backstory.
Yeah, it does, and I'll let you tell that part because you're more involved in it than I am. But it's a new pair of Crocs, ladies and gentlemen. I got a new pair of Crocs.
Very nice.
These here are the Croc. Here, you know what? Let me take them out of the bag first. Hang on. You can go ahead and start telling the story if you want.
They're Crocs off court.
Mm-hmm.
That's the style of them.
They're called off courts. Yeah, and they're actually the exact pair that I have. So we now have matching Crocs.
That's cute.
Yay.
Except mine has a little bone gibbet on it, like a dog bone.
So you know which one is yours. That's
Yes.
good. Perfect.
So what happened was my mom had ordered these for my 40th birthday.
Okay.
It was one of my presents,
Nice.
and so she ordered them for me, and then she wanted them within a certain day, so she paid extra for shipping and
They're
whatnot.
so strawberry.
And then it did not work out that way, so she called customer service and like, oh my god, we're so sorry. We'll refund you and reorder it. So they refunded her and she reordered it, and they guaranteed, they were like, we'll send you overnight shipping for free. She's like, are you sure? Whatever. And then there was a snafu there. So that didn't work right. So then she had to call a second time. And like, again, the apology. Oh my God, I'm going to see to it. The supervisor's like, I'm going to make sure I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to drop them in the
I
mail
appreciate their attention. to it,
myself.
yeah.
Yeah, wonderful customer service at least.
So they dropped them in the mail themselves. Meanwhile, one pair arrived, two pair arrived. The original pair that my mom had ordered, that she got the cancellation confirmation, still arrived in the mail.
Yeah.
And then the second pair arrived in the mail. And it's basically like, all right, keep them.
Yeah, I was gonna say at that point they say just
You know,
You
what are
have
you going to
one,
do?
yeah.
So
they're
I had-
already out of store.
I have
and
my
they're in
pair,
hand,
which
so-
I've worn a couple times now. And I was like, hey, Steve, want my second pair?
boom.
And there you go.
And there it is.
Boop, there
They're
it
actually
is.
really comfortable. I like the off courts.
Yeah, man. You tried to pass these off to Lauren out of nowhere.
With-
I didn't. Lauren and I
He
wear the
did.
exact.
He did without a doubt.
All I said was Lauren and I wear the exact same size
Exact
Crocs.
same size.
Exact
Crocs.
same size.
So
For you then?
what's up?
Are those
He hasn't
small?
tried them on
I
yet.
haven't tried them on yet. I mean, they should be
So
fine.
they might
though.
end up going to Lauren
They're
anyway.
a little
Lauren, hold tight.
no. The off courts though are a little bit bigger, wider.
Yeah, I noticed that.
They're a
when
little,
I
they're a
was
little
looking
bit
at 'em.
bigger, wider than.
I don't think it'll be too much of a problem.
No, I really
especially,
don't, because
like,
they're
you know,
a little big on me.
If they're a little big on you, then they should fit me fine. But even if it does turn to be a problem, then I'll just keep them in comfort mode. You know what I mean? Instead of having the
Yeah,
strap
like-
back here,
yep.
to, that at least
Try
is
'em
a
on
little
right
bit more
now,
space. That was the plan.
Right on
but
right now.
you have to tell how you were gonna pass these off to Lauren
I
out
wasn't
of
going to.
nowhere.
I mentioned it. If you didn't want them, I was like, Lauren might want them.
No. Okay, that's it. I have to tell the story now.
It was
I'll
like
tell the story now 'cause
Lauren
I'm telling
doesn't
it right.
want them.
No, here's how it works. So I get a Snapchat out of nowhere on a Saturday, right? I get a Snapchat, and there's
Following.
Dave with Lauren, and he goes, "Hey, Steve, Lauren's the same size as me.
Mhm.
So which one of you guys wants it more? Do you want to let Lauren have the
That's what I'm
off-courts?"
saying.
And
So
I was
did
like,
you make him like rock paper scissors?
I should
over
have
it?
had him. No, I should have had a battle.
No.
for it.
Should have been.
I messaged back to him, and I was
you
like,
know what?
It's like they were already promised to me.
"No, I did." I messaged
Dave.
him back, and I said, "Dude,
He hasn't put them on his feet yet. Take him back.
no. They're
You're
in my
not
possession.
grateful enough.
They're in my possession now. I'm not grateful enough.
Take those shoes.
Not
Take
grateful
those strawberry
enough.
shoes from him.
I literally called these a gift
Listen,
from you instead of your
My
parents.
mom's snafu.
I know.
Earned you those.
And
We're calling
I
those
still
shoes.
said thank you to you instead of her. And
Those shoes are now called
So
snafu.
in any event, I messaged him back and I said, "Sir, you asked me if I wanted them, and I said yes. Are you just
Actually,
going to
he
go
didn't
back on
say
a
yes.
deal like that?"
He didn't say yes right away. He was
I
kind of like
didn't.
hemming and
I
hawing.
was there,
didn't say
and he
yes.
did
You were
not
there,
say
yeah.
yes right
No,
away.
he hemmed and
didn't
hawed
say
about
yes
it.
right
Like,
away.
well, I don't
I
know.
didn't say yes right.
I don't really need
Do I
him,
really
I
need the same ones you
guess.
have?
I didn't say yes right away, and I said this word for word because I wasn't sure if they were going to try to have your parents send them back.
No, because you didn't want to wait. You mentioned like,
Dave,
but they're the same
What
ones.
happens when you delay on an opportunity?
Yep, you missed
You
it.
lose that opportunity.
Well,
But
I
that-
didn't
but
lose out on mine.
but he was
Dave's
like,
super nice.
he wasn't sure he wanted to have matching Crocs with me. Like, well, let's see
Yes.
how this is.
They look nice. They look
Well, now
like
Nick has to get them too,
strawberries.
so all three of us
That's
have
not happening.
Oh, come
Well,
on,
they're
man.
very
No,
good.
three of
They're
us have
good.
them now.
No, I don't want the red ones.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh.
You need some color in your life. Everything's black.
I know. I like it.
We need.
I have my daughter and my son. They're
We need
color
like
for
a
me.
uniform Croc for all three of us. All three of us need to have a Croc that's the same. Maybe it's
All right,
the
buy me
bandana one.
Get another Miss
Maybe it's the white
Delivered.
bandana one.
We'll see.
We'll
Get
do the white
another-
bandana one
get
as our
another Miss
uniform
Delivered
Croc.
red one, and I'll put them on.
Oh, they're comfortable. I like the off courts. John Farrow, one of our avid viewers, has off courts, but in a different color.
Now I'm looking at these ones now with the deal. I told you I'm looking at the
Well, there's a
Bay-Align clog.
there's a nice deal going on with the Crocs.
Yeah, and the Croc band clog.
Well,
Those are the ones.
Those fit fine in comfort mode. Let me try it in sport.
See those two.
Keep talking while
I have
I'm doing this
those
for
in
the audio
blue.
viewers.
Well, there's a deal right now for like 2 for $50, right?
2 for $50 free shipping.
Free shipping. So get
And
on your Crocs
these-
apps, people.
These right now are valued at over well over 100. The two of them. So
Oh, that even fits
not
good in
bad.
sport mode too.
Yeah, they're not bad, right?
Real nice. I like that actually.
They're very
Yeah.
comfortable.
I got to put a jib in it though.
Yep.
What was the jib you had in yours? So I don't do the same one.
I just have a dog bone in mine.
A dog bone. Okay, I'll have to do something different.
I just have a dog bone in mine. The rest of my gibbets are in
Cool.
my binder.
Well, there you have it, folks.
My
The
gibbet binder.
Croc off courts.
My
Man, these are
giant-
really nice. See, these are another type of those Crocs that I would actually wear out and about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they look like
So
So I
they
was
look kind of like sneakers.
yeah. I had this conversation with John Farrow when he
Yeah.
got them because they kind of look like old school
Sneakers.
skater shoes or
Yeah.
like the old school.
I'm just a skater.
And by the way,
Vans.
John did a great job in class today. Good job.
Good job,
today,
John.
Excellent work. Sparring today. 3 weeks in a row. He's killing it.
2
I
weeks.
love it.
2
Two?
weeks.
This is the third, I thought.
Well, he did the Wednesday sparring.
That counts.
Before we, yeah,
Three classes in a row. How about
3
that?
sparring classes in a row. Good
Yes.
job, John.
Yeah, very, very good. Those are cool. I like them. They're very
Stop turning your head away from the microphone while you're talking.
They're very similar to the Croc band clog that I think I'm going to pick
We've
up.
only been doing this for like what 15 episodes.
This is
and he
episode
still doesn't
16.
know how to-
It's the 17th
doesn't know
one
how
that's
to
a
do
charm.
it.
It's the
16.
Even
7th.
I've
No,
gotten
but the
good at
next
doing
one I'll
this.
get it. Because obviously I didn't. The next one will be it. You know what?
Yeah.
At some point I just need to get like a necklace piece that this can just sit in. No matter where I
Well,
turn.
you see, sir, once we have
They
our
exist.
podcast studio, these can just be on the stand.
Can we just get the clips?
No.
The clips.
This,
That's
the
not
audio quality is
podcast
nowhere near as
professional.
good.
Yeah, we're the next level. We're right.
The
on
audio
point.
quality is nowhere
Sir.
near as good as these
It's
wonderful
way
microphones
better.
that I have purchased.
I'm
for us.
excited though.
These
We
are
got some good videos coming out.
Oh, here we go. I feel like we talk about good videos we have coming out every single podcast.
We've been
Because
filming this
we
one
do have
now,
so
and we
many.
keep doing
every
reshoots on
single
it.
podcast.
But we also have. I finally got Master Dave, the other Master Dave, our logo designer. We finally
yeah.
got his gift that
Wait,
we've
we
been
gotta get it.
talking
Where is
about
it?
for like.
No,
No, we
no,
can't show it yet.
Why not?
We're not showing it because we're gonna film his reaction when we
but
give it to him.
but
no,
we're gonna
no,
give it to him tomorrow,
no.
right?
But if we don't see him tomorrow, I don't know if
Saturday.
he's definitely gonna be there.
And then we'd have to hold off with the show, and then you'd have your
Well,
subscribers.
no,
be
then we just
upset.
tell him
No,
not to
no.
watch.
no, we wait.
Oh.
We wait.
Okay, viewers.
Or wait. There's another strategy. We can have 2 versions of this podcast. If we give it to him, we show the full. If not, we cut it out and
No.
say, catch this next week.
No.
We can do.
We're just gonna film
I
his
can
reaction.
do it. Yeah,
No.
that's not a
We're just
problem.
gonna film his reaction.
Okay.
No camera tricks.
Fine.
No, but camera tricks for the show, not for his
No.
reaction. Yes.
We're just gonna film his reaction.
Stubborn.
No.
Like a child. I can't wait.
Luke, I am your father.
Oh, so
It did take like 8 weeks for this thing to come from China, though. So
we'll wait a little bit more. So it's funny you said Luca, my son, his Jedi name is his name backwards. It's Akul. Master
Akul?
cool.
Akul. Yeah, you can't say Akul. It's like Akul.
My name
Almost
is
like an
Akul.
Egyptian name.
My name is
Cool.
Akul.
Master Akul.
You know what that
He
makes me
likes
think
it.
of?
He really likes it.
Does he like it? Go
What
ahead.
was
Akul?
what was Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul?
Ra's al Ghul. Yeah.
Either or.
Either or, they
Yeah.
had to change it. But in the original Batman animated series, he had his henchman that always called him Infidel.
Did
Yes.
he? I didn't remember that.
There was a henchman that would call Batman Infidel, yeah.
Infidel.
Oh, okay.
Infidel.
Oh, yeah,
and
I
it was
do remember. I
like,
thought
what
you
was
meant
his name?
Raj,
Like
yeah.
I forget.
I think it started with an A.
It was something. Yeah, it was something.
Yeah. This just
Yeah,
made me
that's
think
funny.
Infidel.
Infidel. Well, that just makes me think of
Infidel.
now the puppet comedian. What's his name?
Ahmed.
Yeah,
With,
Ahmed.
with,
Infidel.
Um,
That's the one.
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff
Dunham.
Dunham.
Did you know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Jeff Dunham actually has like a replica Batmobile from Michael Keaton Batman with the big fan on the front.
I want to say I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, he literally drove to a gas station in it. I remember seeing a video.
You know what I just saw a video of, and I've seen it before, but it just came up on like one of my scrolling through social media things. It was Kevin Conroy reading The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh yes,
final
yes.
with Jim Gordon. Or
No. It was the Dark Knight at the
Dark
end
Knight
with Kevin Conroy's voice.
Yeah, it was the Dark Knight.
Oh my god, I watched that.
It was the Dark Knight,
Good.
just the Dark Knight.
It was the ending of the Dark Knight.
It was the ending of the Dark Knight where he's talking to Jim Gordon
that he's gonna take the fall for
Right.
what Two-Face did.
Wow.
Anybody that even dare
That series is
question,
so good, yeah.
Christian Bale's the best.
No.
Hear Kevin Conroy
Just
read
listen.
that, and
Listen to him.
then weep in how wrong you've been.
Oh my god, man.
Take
Kevin
your
Conroy.
tears.
Bro, it is.
Get your tissues ready.
It is.
I'm so mad that he wasn't really able
Oh
to
my
play
God.
him live action because he was not like
It wasn't the right build
physically.
for it.
He was not
Physically.
right.
They
for
should
it.
have just.
The,
But there
the closest
are
that he
so
got.
many good actors that
Yeah,
you know.
They should have just
closest-
dubbed him over. They should have just dubbed him into the movie.
he could have, but the closest that he's gotten was for the CW crossover. What was it?
Crisis on
Crisis
Infinite Earths.
on Infinite Earths. He played a version of Bruce Wayne of Batman that had gotten into like it was like the old man version, but he had
Yeah.
gotten into like a fight with Superman. So now he had like to
A
wear
cane
these.
and-
Yeah, he had a cane
yeah.
and this robot suit.
Okay.
So that he had to use to move his limbs. Like he was effectively like paralyzed.
Which really is the old man. Fast forward into
technically,
like
yeah. But he was
Spider-Man
the old
2099.
man Bruce Wayne, and so me and my older brother are watching it air live, and we hear his voice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You hear his voice first from
I
off,
watch it live
from
too.
off camera.
It's
I
good.
think the line was, "Let me see." Oh God, it was, "Don't be so inhospitable, Tim," or something like that. It was. We're like, and then we see him coming down the stairs and
Oh,
like with
yeah.
the suit, and we're like,
if you read,
That's like anyone else that's the Joker that's not Mark Hamill.
whenever you
You're
read
just
the
like,
comments,
eh.
whenever you read the comments on it though,
Yeah.
you're like I read the comments and like I agree with it. Anytime I read a Batman comic, I read it. The voice in my head is Kevin Conroy.
it's Kevin Conroy's voice.
That's
but-
the voice, yeah.
But I also think I think we talked about this once in the podcast. But Mark Hamill will not play the Joker again.
Yes, we've mentioned
Without
this
him,
before.
yeah.
because he won't do it
Mark
without
Hamill will
Kevin
not
Conroy.
play the Joker without Kevin Conroy. So Mark Hamill is effectively
He's-
done
yeah.
as the Joker.
That stinks.
Because that was always his first question was who's playing Batman. Whenever they would pitch him like,
Who's
Like-
doing this and like for even for the video games.
yeah, who's
You
going to
wouldn't
voice
do
voice
the
of
video
Batman?
where I
games.
struggled with Mark Hamill in the He-Man series because I just heard Joker. in
Yeah,
that series.
yeah.
You know, but
The voice
yes,
is kind of similar too. It was pretty similar.
It was. But I hear what you're saying, and that's a pretty cool homage to his partner, basically.
But if you
I'm
re-
good.
as soon as this ends, I'm pulling up that video so you can see.
Yeah, you got to see
the
it.
final. It's like, oh my
put a
god,
link to it. You put a link to it.
Put a link to it. I'll put a
Maybe.
link to
If
it.
you
It's
remember.
just so
It's fine.
good. I
I will.
mean,
I'll remember.
there's just some people that are just so iconic in that voice.
Oh yes.
In their like whatever voice they're doing.
That's why I like Troy Baker as like the what's I'm looking for, successor to Mark Hamill, because Troy Baker literally modeled his Joker voice
Yeah.
off of Mark Hamill. So if you listen to certain animated movies and the Joker
Yep.
is in it, and you hear the Joker, and there are times where you think it's Mark Hamill. It's not. It's Troy Baker. And once you know that it's Troy Baker, you can hear the little differences in the voice and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But he copied Mark Hamill's voice for it, which is why I think Troy Baker needs to play the Joker live action.
Oh yeah, and he kind of has the look
He's
for
young
it, too.
enough. He has the
kinda
body
has the
type
look,
for it.
yeah.
He's tall and he's like long limbed
He
and
does
thin.
kind of have the look.
And his face is like it's like a longer face with like a more of a pointed nose. And
And
he
what do you
just- oh,
think? Like
man.
a crazy, unethical crime boss again? We're gonna go
No, I think that's Heath
We're
Ledger's
not
thing.
going there. No, it was not even
No.
Heath Ledger. What's his name?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jack Nicholson.
No.
No?
I mean, they all played that role, but the bad one, the one that just didn't go well.
You
what's
mean
his name?
Jared Leto?
Yeah, Jared Leto. Yeah.
No, Jared Leto was the worst.
Or-
That-
Oh, he wasn't even like a crime boss. He was more just like
I just that
There,
was the
weird
worst.
guy.
yeah, just
I
weird
just
guy there.
the pivotal Batman
Margot
for
Robbie
me.
is the only one, like the only thing that really
Yeah, I was-
brought that around
it
was her
was-
as Harley Quinn.
Well, the pivotal thing for me was always the animated. The pivotal Batman was always the animated series for me because I thought
Yes.
that's Batman. They did that right. And I just want them to do that on the screen.
And
They're getting closer,
They
but
still struggle with what I think, like you said, made that series. It didn't focus too much on the combat as far as it did on how much better he was at taking people out. Like it was so mysterious.
he was
on
so
how to be-
ahead of
Yes.
the game too.
Mm.
He was smart
Mhm.
and like I don't know why every Batman movie does the voice so like you can't understand what he's saying.
And when
half
he's-
the time.
when he's-
That's why I actually liked Robert Pattinson's
Yeah.
because you could understand.
you could
what he was
mostly understand
saying.
what he was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that even Ben Affleck, and not people are not a big fan of him, but I thought he had a solid
No, I thought
Batman.
Ben Affleck was like. See,
I
I'm
thought
a
he was doing
weirdo.
really good.
I'm a weirdo. I didn't think Christian Bale was that great as Batman, and people get mad at me. But like, I thought Ben Affleck was better than Christian Bale.
I think Christian
really
Bale
did.
was good in the first movie only, and then went right downhill. Forgot
oh,
what to do.
okay. So you agree? See, I'm one of the only people that I know. I like the first. I like Batman Begins,
Yep.
Yes.
and then the other two I didn't.
No, me too.
I liked Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
I thought he played an
And
excellent.
Two-Face.
I thought he played an excellent
Oh my
Joker.
god, man! Yeah,
I didn't think the casting was
villains-
bad.
The villains were amazing.
I
in the
just
second one.
didn't. It just didn't do it for me story wise. Like Batman was a moron throughout the
it
entire.
was.
He couldn't figure anything out.
He literally took everybody on head on. I'm like, why?
Like, and he had
Why?
there was no strategy. There was no detective work. There was no just him screaming and punching things. I'm
Yep.
like, all right, that's not Batman.
I think if they didn't give Ben Affleck guns, he would have been the perfect Batman. I think he was doing a great job as
He was
Bruce
just too
Wayne.
old. He was just a little old.
But he was.
for-
They tried
They
to
were
do the Dark
combining
Knight Rises Batman.
storylines,
Yeah.
Right, which
was
inappropriately
so
because you
bad.
can't start the
Oh.
Justice League with the already grizzled
exactly.
Batman. You're like, wait a minute now. He's
Didn't make
supposed to be like
They had Doomsday.
We skipped over some things.
They had Doomsday in the first crossover.
DC's a mess.
It's like, why
DC's
are you
a
doing
mess.
that?
I hope they fix it up.
James
I'm
Gunn.
pulling
I
for
have
him.
faith in James Gunn, man.
I'm pulling
think
for him, but
His plan is pretty solid.
Slow it down.
They have the
Work
next
out
like,
the
5
story.
years mapped
yeah,
out.
yeah.
They've got to slow it down and flush out the story. It's okay to let certain stories lie for a while and not just bring all your biggest comic sellers into one movie. Like, slow it down. Enjoy
Well,
the
I was
process.
excited with the one thing that kind of got me like happy for the Mario movie. Oh, we talked about that last podcast. Was
Yeah.
that it was finally a big movie that's not Star Wars, Marvel. You
Fast
know,
and the Furious.
Fast and the
Fast-
Furious.
it's all about
90.
family.
He's all-
Hey man, this is the last one that's coming out. It all comes
I-
down to this.
That's what they say.
I think I missed 18 of them. I made it to Tokyo
it
Drift.
feels like that, right?
I made it to Tokyo Drift before. I was like, what is happening now?
And
I don't
Tokyo Drift took
understand.
out.
See, here's
Tokyo
the
Drift took
problem.
out all of the main characters too. It's really confusing. It's like, wait a minute. The
Oh,
main
yeah, it
guys
was-
aren't
it
even
was
in
completely
this.
separate cast, right?
except
Yeah.
at the very end, like the end
Yeah.
credit scene, Dom somehow in
Sure.
Tokyo, like I'm here
But
to
you know
drift now.
Well, you know what? They
What?
explain that actually. That scene actually gets brought up in the 7th one.
Oh.
I'm sorry, not the 7th one. The 8th one?
Who
Well, when they
knows?
started
Who
defying
knows?
physics on a regular basis,
Yeah.
Yeah, the 8th one.
we're gonna drive this car up the wall, and then it's gonna do loop de loop. It's like,
No, I'm sorry, it was the 7th one. I'm
This
sorry.
car transforms into
well,
a
you know, my
jet.
problem was this is all nonsense I used to do with my Hot Wheels cars as a kid, and I'm like, what is that? This is
It
not.
was cool the first couple
Well,
movies.
here's-
but then
here's
it's
the
like,
thing,
all
yeah.
right, really? Come
I
on.
was right about
I
to say
love
that.
the memes though. Family. It's all
Yes.
about family. Like,
That's from the 7th movie too. The 7th movie is where you get the family line. He goes,
but
I
they're
don't- I
talking
don't
about
have
family right from
friends.
the first
I
one
got
to the second
family.
one.
Oh,
but
no,
they
he's been
make
talking
that
about
joke
family,
in the
yeah.
new Shazam movie. He does the same exact line. It's all about family, and then nobody shows up. Yeah, but it was the same exact line. He took it from
Spoiler
him.
alert.
It's not in the commercial. In the trailer.
All right.
It is in the trailer.
Yeah, it's straight up in the trailer. I spoiled nothing.
Mhm.
Don't worry. All I spoiled is the fact. I want me to spoil something.
No,
It crashed in the box office.
Yeah,
that's
but
not
that doesn't mean
spoiled
anything
it.
to me.
I know
There's
that.
some
I
great
wasn't actually
movies.
spoiling anything.
There's some great movies that crash in the box office. Like as soon as it hit streaming platforms, they're like number one. They're cult
Didn't
classics.
the original Star Wars
No,
struggle?
the original Star Wars.
Or one of those?
No, the original Star Wars did great in the box office. It was trashed by critics.
Yeah, oh, that's what it was.
Critics
Okay. I knew
panned it
someone
when it
beat
first came
up.
out. Foolishly,
Yes.
as it became like one of the biggest franchises
And
ever.
they
the
lose
audience
your
was
job
like,
as a
"What are
critic."
you talking about?" Yeah.
But so many movies, the audience reaction and the critics' reaction are so far.
Oh,
off
I can't
sometimes.
even. You can't even
Yeah.
trust. Like whenever you see like professional critics, like Rotten Tomatoes. When you look at Rotten Tomatoes, you see like the audience score and then the critic score, and you're like,
So different.
Oh my God, yeah,
Like,
and the
what?
things that because they're always looking for these, not always, but you have them where they're looking for this artistic spin, and the regular audience is like, I don't want to watch this. Like this is your
yeah, but, like,
interpretation
you
on
gotta
how
know what you're going into.
Frost
like,
shows up on a window. I don't care.
like when you go into like a specific like an Adam Sandler movie, you know what you're getting.
Exactly.
You know what you're in for. So if you're gonna review it, like it's like supposed to be this artistic piece of like history, then that's not what it's about.
No.
You know why you're seeing
Even
that
his
movie.
non-comedies are not.
No,
you
Uncut
know.
Gems was excellent, and Spanglish was really good. I don't know if you saw those two.
I saw Uncut Gems. That was a tough one.
It's tough to get through
That was a tough
because
one.
he does
Yeah.
a really good job.
He did do a
playing-
good job. It
playing
was, and I've been in like Manhattan working with those
Yeah,
jewelers.
yeah.
It is a tough movie to watch.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Spanglish. Is that the one where he's with the divorce of his wife
yeah,
or something?
yeah,
That was also a very. He obviously did a good job because that was a rarely rough movies to
yeah.
watch.
But he can act. Dude can
Oh,
act,
no.
even though he does a lot of silly movies.
Oh yeah.
That's they don't make any more comedies. There's not a lot of comedies
The
anymore.
new basketball movie he was just in was really, really good. I forgot the name of it, but he was great in it. He was a coach. You should watch it. It's on Netflix. I forgot the name of it.
I like. There's a lot of good things that come out in streaming. It's always interesting to me when a movie dropped in streaming and it shoots at like #1, and you're like, that tanked in the box office, but now it's #1. Like, there's a few of them.
Yeah, it's again, the box office is tough too though because people aren't going to the movies the same way either. Like
No.
Mario, you went to the movies like you said because it was the first of what people have been waiting for a good Mario movie. I think
Oh yeah.
forever.
A long time.
Right. If they make a second one, there's that fear that you're going to have the
Yeah,
big
the
drop.
sequel downside.
But
yeah.
and again,
I hope they hold off.
the
but
tough
I doubt
things
it.
with that too is like it's an expensive day going to the movies now because you got
That's why you
tiered
gotta go to
seating.
matinee,
you
Guys,
got-
I got to go at 9:45 in the morning.
Well, you got to go to either the matinee shows.
But they still charge for different seats,
No,
don't they?
Not in the
No.
morning.
Not in the morning. Okay.
they only do that after a certain point. I think starting
Like
at like the
4
sixes, the
is
four,
this- is
six,
it?
4 to
Yeah.
6.
I think the more they nickel and dime you, the more they're going to see people fighting back, going,
Yeah,
I'll
they're
wait
gonna
till it
drop
comes
off.
down
But
to
it's
streaming.
no different than the airport, right? They used to give you full dinners. Now they give you like a cookie and a water. And
Yeah,
it's like
but the
rest of
difference
it's
is you
charged
have
for.
to fly to travel someplace.
Yeah, but
You're not waiting around and then
Yeah.
like, oh, if I wait 3 months, I can teleport to that place without having to worry about the flight.
yeah.
Where in a movie
yeah.
theater, you go, I'll just wait.
But
till it
you
comes out
may
on
fly
streaming."
less because
You
of
might,
it,
but I
you
mean,
know, minus
you-
business.
You have to fly
somewhere.
somewhere, whereas I can wait 3 months, it'll come out of my streaming service, and then like I'll watch it there.
Yeah, no, I totally agree
Like,
with you. The
I'll
movie-
watch it there,
I feel like the movie theater they
and I'll do
tried
it
the
without screaming
membership.
children.
Yeah, they tried the membership
Or
thing,
screaming adults.
and it kind of works. The membership thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like be a member, watch like 3 movies for the
Yeah,
cost of one
they were doing
or
that
whatever.
pre-pandemic, and that was working out really
Yeah.
well. And then we all know what happened there.
I know I wish I had a better plan myself to say, hey, this is what they should do. I haven't thought about it enough, and I don't know. They got the comfortable seats. They offer food. Some of the
I just like the
bring
event
food
of
to
going
you.
to a movie.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like the event.
maybe they have to make it more of an event,
Well,
even
you know,
more because
Yeah.
the quality was when I went to see Mario. I felt like the audio quality wasn't as like I didn't feel
Really?
that like boom audio quality that you normally get.
It
No.
could just be your old man hearing.
I was
It
about
was.
to say, it could be
It
that.
could just be
Because
that.
I felt,
That
it felt
sounds
fine to
fine
me.
No, like I don't know.
Back
You
in
know-
modern
you know-
day.
You know when they do
Not enough bass. Got to turn up the bass.
Yes, I need to feel it. I wanted to feel it in the floor. I didn't. I don't know. Again, I'm going to the theater. I want to feel it. But you know what? Put the speakers right under my chair. I'm fine with that.
Well, you see, I think
next.
the reason, maybe the reason why you're thinking that is because they have the. What's the type of movie that's more interactive now? Not IMAX.
3D?
Not IMAX. It's something. It's the
But
thing that's
IMAX is
beyond
one of
IMAX.
them too. But I know
IMAX
what
is
you're
one of them where the 3D is all around you. But I was more thinking there's this one. It's something where like for example, if in the movie it's raining, you actually feel rain.
Oh, like the 4D.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
4D
yeah, yeah,
stuff.
Those
yeah,
are
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Those are cool.
I-
They've had
I-
those around
not
forever
for me.
though. In Universal Studios, they used to do.
Not for
that.
me.
Yeah,
I don't like
yeah,
that.
Disney too.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
Honey,
like
I
that.
Shrunk the Kids in Universal.
I
the Terminator
I would have
movie.
like just purely from the rain
Mm.
perspective. I don't want to get rained on while I'm watching a movie, man.
You
I
know
don't
what?
like that.
You're spoiled.
No,
Whatever.
I'm here to watch a movie. I'm not here to be in
I
the
just
world.
I like
want
the
the full effect.
I like the event of going to
Yeah.
a movie.
It has to be
With
something
a
I'm
special.
group of
I'm
people.
just scared it's going to die the way like going to Blockbuster Video died, where like you go on a Friday night, pick out your video, and do your thing. Like, I'm
Well,
worried like
it's-
5-10 years from now, nobody's gonna go to a movie.
It's
Just
like
I'm gonna
outdoor-
watch it on my TV.
It's like outdoor movies. They used to be awesome. Now they don't have them anymore, really.
I like the
There's still
drive-in.
some couple drive-throughs now. You can go
They,
drive.
drive-in
they
theaters.
They brought
reopened
'em
a
back.
couple
Yeah.
from COVID. A couple came back through
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
Um,
because of that.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Which I thought was really cool.
But that's something we should take.
You want to go to a drive-through?
Yes.
Drive-in movie.
Not in the same
Drive-in.
car as you.
Well, my Mini Cooper's not the best for driving movies anyway.
We can take my
Somebody
Santa
parks in front of
Cruz.
you, like, get out of the way.
You have to be in the front.
You have like Sensei Rob pulling up in his lifted truck, and
We
I'm
aren't
parked
gonna
right
see
in front of me. I'm like,
anything. No, he's gonna pull right in front with his work van, his work truck.
right, his work truck.
Yeah, without getting into that.
Like if
detail,
you buy the Snap-on bench, roof mounted.
I'll move out of your way
If you move
until
the
then.
roof mounted bench from Snap-on.
For a small deposit, I'll move out of the way. Otherwise,
It's all
stared
from-
at the side of my van for the next hour and a half.
My parents do that. They'll do the inflatable screen in the backyard, and they
I love
project
that.
the movies onto the screen in the backyard.
We
Yeah.
do it right on the back of that, on the side of the house. It comes out really good. I'll bring out speakers from one of my old computers that really has excellent audio.
Yeah, they do. They Bluetooth up their speaker. My dad loves it. So if my nephews are visiting for the summer, they'll watch movies outside. And
Listen, during COVID, we used to do it every week.
We should do that then. We should do it at some point this year.
In the later spring,
Summertime.
early summer, we could definitely do
Yeah.
it because it'll. The problem is it gets warmer, but it also stays light, so much darker. It
So
gets-
much-
it
so much
stays
later, you
light,
mean?
so much darker.
Says
It
light,
stays
so
light,
much
so
darker.
much darker.
Quote,
Hey, listen,
Nick
remember what I said about
Migliaccio,
sleep?
2023.
Remember what I
And
said
it
about-
stays light, so much darker.
T-shirt's coming soon. T-shirt's coming soon.
No, I've been keeping a list of
Oh,
all
I
these
should've had
different
that
phrases
take.
and
I
stuff that
should've
we're
had
putting
that.
on our
Yeah.
merchandise. That's going to
Well,
be one
don't
of
worry, because my wife opens the light.
them. yeah,
Open
yeah.
the light.
So
We should
stays
read
light,
that
so
at
much,
some point.
so
We should
much
read the
darker.
list of
and she opens the light.
Kelseyisms. We have a list of Kelseyisms.
Now we have Nickisms.
We have some
That's your
Nickisms.
first one. You're welcome. T-shirts coming soon. Hats. Yeah,
It
full
stays
mugs.
lighter, so much darker.
We should have like a little cartoon of Nick going like this.
Nick's word usage, so graceful.
So graceful.
Nick
Stop.
talking. So graceful.
I
All right,
needed
gentlemen.
caffeine.
Well, I
this
think,
is Nick's way of
on
telling us
that
that he's
note-
tired
I
and wants
think
to go
it's
to
getting
bed.
darker.
It's time to getting darker in the
It's
light.
getting
So much
darker,
lighter.
So much lighter. It's getting darker.
Gotta get Kelsey to open the light.
Yes, please, Kelsey, help me out. Open the light here.
Stays lighter,
Inside
so much darker.
jokes. All right. Well, let's comfort mode
Let's-
this croc, as you told me to say last time.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Let's
a good-
comfort
it's a
mode this
comfort
croc.
mode this croc.
Let's
Anyways.
bring this rambling nonsense to an
I
end.
bet that's what all the
We
audience is
had
thinking. Please,
A
please just let
very
it end.
difficult theme today.
Yeah. Who are the who are the kids that watch us like consistently?
Bots?
The bots boys. They're probably just like, please let this episode end.
Yeah.
Let it end. We're gonna end it right now. If you guys have not already, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Kickin In Crocs. KICI. Wait, what? Oh God, I'm tired.
MICKE. Don't say it, Disney will sue.
That's it. We can't afford that.
KICKIN.in.crocs, CROCS. Subscribe to us on YouTube to watch the video versions of this podcast. I think you guys have heard our pleas for more submissions because we've been getting a lot more submissions lately.
Yeah, we
So,
actually have a couple lined up.
Please keep them
Nice.
coming.
Keep 'em
I
coming.
did get the
More
Bowens
submissions
Easter. They
You got the
resent it,
Bowens
so
one.
we'll
Okay,
get
great.
that
We'll
up.
put those up soon. Keep the submissions coming. Just keep an eye out for, like Dave said earlier, we got a really awesome video that's in the works. One that we actually had to get one of our friends,
Who's a
who's
professional,
video editor, to do it for us. Because,
Don't worry,
you
we're
know,
going to get him on as a guest too.
he's going to be a guest on
After we post the video.
Got to post the video first. But yeah, make sure you guys stay tuned for all that stuff. But until
5 stars.
5-star reviews, yes, I'm
And
sorry.
and
Thank you.
and keep Caravella getting his gift.
Oh yes,
We're gonna get that.
Gonna film Caravella getting his gift as a thank you for drawing our awesome logo and dealing with all our nonsense and all of our artwork requests. All our
Yes.
And a
crazy
shout
artwork
out
requests.
to all our black belt candidates for this week and the next week.
Oh yeah,
That's
tomorrow we
right.
have a black belt.
Actually, yeah. So at this point, they already would
Get
have
'em.
gone through day
Yes,
one.
this post on a Sunday.
This
so
is in-
Yeah.
hopefully
in
you
the
did well.
future.
True. Yes.
We hope you guys did well. We hope you guys
Good
make it
luck
to
on
day
your
2.
final next
Yeah.
week.
Final coming up this
2-day
Saturday.
test.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how many of them actually listen to this podcast. And if any of them do, they'll hear it. But anyways, yeah.
Nice.
Until next time, I've been Steve. My voice just cracked so bad right there.
I've been Steve.
You guys go. You guys go.
You're becoming a man.
So there are certain things that happen when a boy becomes a man.
It's,
End
it's
it for something
time
else
for
happens.
new Crocs.
That's supposed to solve all the
I've
problems.
been Dave.
I've been Nick. I can't even- That's what my throat.
We sound like dying Yodas.
Crocs they are. Over this show's been for 20 minutes.
That's it. That's it. Cut us off. Cut it off. Cut
Bodily
it
changes.
off. Oh, no. You stay kicking internet.
Oh my God, we're gonna have to have an entire episode as Yoda.